We have made the difficult but necessary decision to give police and bylaw officers special authorities to enforce public health measures for the duration of the stay-at-home order.
So on Friday, Doug Ford had a press conference. It was big news. It was a big controversy. Was it a big deal? Hey, it's Warren Kinsella for Sun Media. Ford's press conference got written up all over the world because Ford's government, who, full disclosure, my firm did some work for on unrelated stuff a couple of years ago, announced some pretty tough measures to fight the spread of the coronavirus.
We've been ringing the alarm bells for weeks. We pulled the emergency brake for the entire province,
which may see us getting 15,000 new infections every day. Every day. So Ford announced what he announced. I felt sorry for the guy. He looked pale as a ghost. He didn't look happy. On Twitter, which is a vanity press for deranged people got even more deranged. They called Ford a fascist. They said he should resign. The leader of the Ontario Liberals said Ford had imposed martial law, quote unquote. He actually said that. The Ontario Liberals should live under real martial law so you won't say something stupid like that again. But anyway, people seem to be most upset about two things. One, the police being given extra powers during the pandemic, and two, how tough the new rules are. So let's talk about tough rules. Here's some tough rules. Can't leave your house unless it's for exercising or essential work. The police and maybe the military will enforce it. Masks have to be worn outside, not just inside. Schools change to remote learning. You can't have visitors or go to anybody else's house. You can meet one other person outdoors for a maximum of 2 hours for exercise. There's a curfew between 9 and 5. There's a ban on weddings and stuff like that. Retail, gyms, hair salons, bars closed. Aren't those rules tough? Aren't they extreme? Well, I tricked you a bit. Those are not the rules in Ontario. That's what Australia did, and they effectively shut down the virus there. Ontario, I think, has copied Australia. I think if it worked there, it'll work here. Now, next, some people were upset the police were being given the powers to stop citizens to enforce pandemic rules. Ontario Liberal leaders, I mentioned, called that martial law, but I don't think he's a lawyer because then he'd know the police have had that power since 1990. As far back as 1990, the Supreme Court of Canada ruled that the police have the constitutional right to stop you if your car looks unfit for the road. They can stop you if they think you're driving erratically. They can stop you if your taillight is out. They can stop you to see your driver's license or insurance or vehicle registration. They can stop you basically for any reasonable belief. That's the law in Canada.
We're extending the emergency declaration and prolonging the stay-at-home order province-wide for an additional 2 weeks.
So did Doug Ford go too far? Nobody in Australia would think so. They'd probably say we should have gone further. And did he give the police too much power? Supreme Court of Canada probably wouldn't think so. They'd probably say the police already have those powers. Anyway, you get the picture. With 15,000 new infections every day, mainly hitting people who are poor, people who are minorities, Doug Ford had no choice but to do what he did. And I'm glad he did it. I don't want you or those you love to get sick or die. And if we have to inconvenience a few people to keep you alive, I'm all for it. I'm also Warren Kinsella for Sun Media. Make sure to follow us on all your favorite platforms. Stay safe and stay healthy.